I finished making my web. Did you finish yours? Mine didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. I tried to start making an orb web with really good radial lines, but my orb lines were really hard to do, so mine turned into kind of a cobweb, but that's okay. I'm pretty happy with it. It gives me a whole new appreciation for spiders. Let's learn from the masters and see how they do it. How cool was that? That spider really knew how to spin a web. I wonder how they learned to do that. Well, if we want to find out some things, we want to figure out the world around us, we may have to do some research. Scientists do a lot of research. Along with this video, you're going to find that there's a worksheet. If you will pull this worksheet up for me, you'll find that there's some reading on this worksheet. Go ahead and read through all about inherited traits. At the bottom of that, you're going to find that there's a link to another video that shows some really cool huntsman spiders being born and spinning some webs. Go ahead and read about inherited traits and genes and all those cool things. Watch this video about huntsman spiders and then answer a couple of questions. We'll be back in a little bit, so pause this video and when you're done, start us back up again. Those baby huntsman spiders really knew how to spin a web right after they were born. The ability to spin a web is known as an inherited trait. We inherit things from our parents, different traits and different characteristics that make us who we are. You may have heard someone say that you look a lot like your mom, or maybe you look a lot like your dad. That's because you got traits handed down from them. We hand down traits on what are called genes. No, not genes like this. This is genes with a J. I'm talking about genes with a G, scientific genes. These genes are located in cells in your body. Every cell in your body is made up of all kinds of different things. And one of the things that it's made up with are the genes that is kind of the blueprint for your entire body. You got your genes from your parents. Let me show you an example. Here I've got a bunch of dogs. Now, these puppies were born in a litter from parents, of course. Can you pick which dog is their parent? We can do this because we know that puppies actually get characteristics from their parents. So we can look at the characteristics or traits in the puppies and look at the traits that are in the parents. Those puppies got those traits from genes passed down from the parents. Here's a picture of me with my son and my dad. This is 3 generations of like boys. Can you see any traits that are similar in the 3 of us? Maybe traits that I got from my dad. And maybe I passed those same traits down to my son. Not everything you do comes from your parents. A lot of the things that make you special are things that you learned. You weren't born knowing how to read. If you want to learn a new language, you need to have a teacher or someone teach you. Even lion cubs have to learn how to hunt from their parents. As we read the rest of this book, I want us to look for what are learned traits that spiders have, and what are traits that are inherited from their parents. Spiders can do lots of cool things. Let's see if we can't figure out what they learned to do and what got passed down through their genes. It is astonishing that these small creatures are able to make such elaborate and efficient traps without a single lesson. Spiders are born knowing how to build webs. They don't need anybody to teach them. Not all spiders build webs. In fact, about half of spider species have other clever ways to catch food. For example, jumping spiders use their excellent vision to detect prey, and then they pounce on it. Net casting spiders hold a net of silk between their front legs. When their prey passes by, the spider sweeps it up in the net. Fishing spiders wait on or near water, with their legs resting on the surface, and they attack their prey when they feel vibrations in the water. Trapdoor spiders build a trapdoor over their burrow and attack when they feel something walking across it. Even though not all spiders build webs, all spiders do produce silk. Most spiders use silk to make a drag line, a single thread they leave behind them when they walk or jump. This is sort of a safety line they can use to quickly grab back to where they started. Have you ever seen a single thread of spider silk shimmering in the sunlight? It was probably a drag line that the spider left behind. Spiders also use silk to make other structures, such as egg sacs. Some species, like this jumping spider, can even use silk to build a retreat. It can serve as a hideout. People have long been fascinated by the incredible strength and flexibility of spider silk. Some spider silk is stronger than a thread of steel, and some can stretch up to 3 times its length without breaking. Scientists are trying to mimic spider silk to create new materials that could be used in ultra-strong armor, bandages, ropes, parachutes, and lightweight clothing. Engineers and architects are intrigued by the durability of spider webs. They've noticed that when a spider web is damaged, only part of it breaks, while the rest of it remains stable. Studying the construction of spider webs might help engineers and architects design structures that can withstand disasters, such as earthquakes. So the next time you see a spider web, remember that beautiful web is actually a brilliant trap. A small, skillful spider made an amazing material and wove it into an ingenious design to capture its food. Isn't that remarkable? The Next Time You See a Spider Web by Emily Morgan.